With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Here's Cousins. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, do you want to unpack that one or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To throw is Cousins. And he is caught, finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Dickerson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Cousins to throw it. And this is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. They set up the screen for Henry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now, Vick. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run on first down. Vick. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Running again, and again it's McFadden. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. That is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. To throw, Vick. And it's caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Oh, they're changing this at the line. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet?
That's caught at the 25. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Cousins now. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Nelson Aguilar, 26 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good. They've jumped. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Toss play. This is Eric Dickerson, and he is going to lose yardage here. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Cousins. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Luke Musgrave from 10 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Again on first with McFadden. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Our 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. In motion right is Aguilar. On play action, Cousins. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, D'Angelo Hall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk reward, the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play call.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. To throw, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a give left side. It's Dickerson. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Now Cousins going to change it up. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Nice little juke. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
It's a play fake. Now Vick. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. On 3rd down, McFadden. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. An audible here to get a new look. Butker's kick here is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. It got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third and short yardage. Cousins working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Dickerson on the handoff, and he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Henry is in. Touchdown 49ers. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Easy work.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Vic readies to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Vic goes play action. Flushed out right.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's Pat McAfee now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Sanders is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get them a couple. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Vic, he's going to change things up. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's out of bounds with a first down with 11 seconds remaining. Vic to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last shot for Michael Vick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.